Hello everybody, welcome to a very special sponsored video sponsored by the developers of Eternal Evolution. If you remember last week I said I was going to be doing a long form video dedicated to Eternal Evolution. This is this video. Please consider supporting the channel by going and checking out the link in the description down below, as there's a free welcome code, there's lots of cool things going on in game, and we're going to be talking about and showcasing a lot of the gameplay, mechanics, features and fun things that the game's doing. So just before we get into the action, the game is available on Android, iOS and on PC. So if you like strategy, RPG games, idle games in a sci-fi setting, then of course you're going to like this game. Now one thing you can do is switch between speeds, auto fighting and stuff like that. I'm a bit of a fan of just watching how things play out, because then what you can do is you can adapt, but of course we have to put it in the capable hands of the computer, which we're going to do right now, to then go into an auto fight type situation. And we can increase the speed, which we're doing right up there. And there we go. The fight is done. And of course, the developer helps out when it comes to rewards, starting you off well. One amazing thing that the game offers is resource farming whilst AFK. So you can see some of the idle rewards that we've got on screen right now. So whilst your team is patrolling, you can go away and do whatever you need to do, come back and find there's loads of rewards that have been gathered for you as missions, daily objectives, and even in-game mail can see you picking up a lot of helpful resources along the way. And if you get involved and download the game right now, you'll find some fantastic things just from the pre-registration milestone. 2 million pre-registrations. The game is growing. And new players rejoice as you have access to the Grand Ceremony event. Work hard to achieve some of the rewards, including SSS heroes. Yes, indeed, work hard in order to get that Ravina, as she's gonna mean a lot for the improvement of your team and fighting prowess. Just obtain points by working hard in the respective fields of dungeons and further progression. You can do it. I believe in you. The game is ultimately about playing your way. You can make the decision. So in this particular fight, I can put this to be auto fight, which I could do there. I like the way that when you get into battle, you can make a decision to choose where the attack goes. So for this particular hero, I can fire forward. I can then take and click on the next attack for one of my other heroes and choose what it does. As this is a very much AoE attack, I can then put it down to here, getting all of the enemies, or a good chunk of them. The final one, I can grab and focus in on one enemy, and I can choose that. All attacks go in and we do a nice amount of damage, and the same can be repeated. So having that element of freedom to choose between going auto fighting and attacking by yourself, using your own controlling of your heroes, adds a bit of depth and interest, if especially like the strategy, and especially if you like getting hands on with your heroes to change the course of the battle. Turning our attention now to art and animation. Well, look, this game does a fantastic job, and so does the developers and studio in creating these fantastic heroes and enemies to face off against. Eternal Evolution creates some high quality, unusual, very unique sci-fi orientated characters. Which, look, there's big eggs that are about to explode into those creatures there. They are very kind of weird anthropomorphic based creatures. I really hope my team survive. It's not looking too good for me. I've got to bring it in. I did get the victory. That was pretty darn close. Let's now talk about improving heroes. As you can see right up the top where it says the story stage, to the left is my stats and to the right is the enemy stats. There's 1,000 difference, so that is pinpointing to I've got to improve my heroes. You can see that, and we've got to do that. Welcome now to the Hero Gallery. This is where you get to see some of the amazing heroes. One in particular that I've pinpointed is Anpu. Now, Anpu is very interesting because and look, I love the design with the animations. And we've got this ancient Egypt theme with kind of mummies and stuff like that. And the design of Anpu is amazing. Of course, it's meant to be close to Anubis. Anpu, Anubis. I personally am a massive fan of ancient Egypt, so it is really cool to see like a design that incorporates that particular element of ancient Egypt, tech, and of course fantasy. Also, as a big fan, as you know, in Marvel Contest Champions of King Groot, I like those big floral colossuses, and you don't get more floral colossus than Baroque. It sounds as familiar or similar to like Balrog. So it's very much kind of a, and to be honest, it feels like it's a combination of both. It's got this kind of like, well, fiery temper, and as well fiery blades. Look at that, like it's kind of tree trunks are morphed into very kind of like fiery blades or cutting implements. Yes, I'm sure that's going to wreak some devastation. And the last one, which I really like, has got to be Pelu. They've got a couple things going on that I really like. You're getting this kind of like Ghost Rider meets Terminator meets Kano from Mortal Kombat vibes to it. I love the motorcycle right there. It's like a proper kind of like chopper, and of course the design is that it's got the one kind of robotic eye. Whether or not this is more of a kind of a cyborg, if anything, kind of like element to the character. Also, you could get some vibes of the Punisher. Some of the people that might notice that, especially when you're looking at the chest, it's looking like it could have a skull to it, but of course, it's with that lovely jacket to kind of create a really cool character and do plenty of damage with a shotgun blade. Yes, we like that. Let's now go over your collab heroes. First of all, we have got Motoko Kusanagi, if I'm saying that right. Crit AoE damage this character has, with skills tipped of being helpful for PvP modes and having synergy improvements if you have public security sector 9 heroes in the lineup. The damage and maximum HP of all allied public security section 9 heroes will be increased by 5%. So you want to pair up that hero with Batao, who has charge and regeneration. So with amazing skills on the front end of damage, but also having sustainability and survivability with his optical camouflage enhancement. So after the invisibility ends, gain a shield equal to 25% of his own max HP for 5 seconds. For those that don't know, there's commander recommendations which help you put together the best setup possible for your heroes and your team, and also knowing a bit more about how to play each individual character. So first of all, let's collect a lot of the resource that I've earned from doing some of the participation in some of the campaign and also challenges, and also some of the progression and missions. I definitely think this equipment right here that I've picked up is going to be a massive game changer for me. But let's see how we change up her attack and HP just by simply equipping all of these epic items, and you can see it is massively gone up. I'm also going to take the equipment that I had on the previous hero and put it on Osia. I'm also going to be leveling up a few of my other elite based heroes just to improve my team in general. One other cool feature is you're able to improve the talent trees of your heroes, making them even stronger. And now just take a look at this. 5,118 versus 4,250. That's nearly a 2,000 increase in what I had previously, which makes this very free to play friendly because I didn't spend anything to achieve that. And of course the damage is increasing. We're doing so much more damage than we did before. And where I was lucky that I had at least 2 heroes still remaining, that was 4 remaining. From the beginning of the game, the developer helps you out with the process of getting heroes. You can even find yourself picking up some of the most elite of the heroes available just simply by doing some of the missions, going to the wastelands, going to a new challenge. Also at the moment, there's a very special collaboration event going on. This is in collaboration with Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045. Like right now I'm fighting the big boss and I've got a time limit of 1 minute 40. Well, it depends if my heroes survive that amount of time, but I've got to do as much damage as possible. Of course it's very early on, and the further we go with the game, the more powerful our heroes are going to be, so therefore they're going to do more damage against this big bad boss. For the collaboration, there's also a story challenge, so you can watch the various stages. The further you go and the more stages you clear, you will be able to get some fantastic rewards, including SSS hero Batao and other free rewards as well. Just look at him there, all that attack and HP could be yours. All you've got to do is clear chapter 1 and chapter 2. It's as simple as that. I've got to get back to story mode so I can improve my heroes, so I can take this on and get further down into the challenge. So with all those improvements that I have done, we've now reached the point where At the end of the video, I'm going to be going back to the challenge site, this time with a, well, hopefully a more potent team. This more potent team is going to hopefully give me more damage than 7,700. So let's go with that one. I'm going to put it on auto fight and just kind of like watch it kind of like blitz through. So I've already eclipsed my 7,000 that I did before, and I've already kind of like smashed through that one. I don't think I'm going to do a huge amount of damage, but definitely it is a massive improvement so far in what we saw previously. So yeah, things are actually going really well. I've got to 34k, up to 36k now. I've also taken my Flavia all the way up to or close to level 40, which makes her more powerful, and of course she's going to do a lot more damage. But this is impressive. Look at this, up to 56k. The team is still, I've still got 4 heroes still alive, and that's hopefully we can get up to half that, 70k. So things are going well with that one. Continue on, come on team, you're doing well. There's only 3 left, so, so not too great, but still impressive enough to note that I've done as much damage as I have done. There's still, oh, I was going to say there's 2 heroes left, but yeah, it's a new record. I've done a new record. Fantastic. There's so much more as well to do in game, whether or not you're summoning some new heroes to your cause, delving into the many dungeons that the game has to pick up some epic resources, or finally battling it out in a PvP setting, trying to beat each other and get some epic wins. You can definitely see how free-to-play friendly this game is. This was a lot of fun, and I recommend going and checking out the game. Eternal Evolution, check out the link in the description, check out the code as well, and support the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.